So basically, we can start our meeting. So we can start with a roll call.
Alan Jackson Jr.,
Present.
Albert Lori,
Present.
Rolando Pérez,
Present.
Chris Haynes,
Present.
Alma Boteo, Ricardo Solis,
Present.
and the new one's gonna be Juan Molano
Present.
and Ricardo Villarreal.
Present.
And we do have a quorum.
Chairman, you want to start the meeting?
Okay. I guess we go ahead and start. We'll do the we can do the citizens' comments during each item. Now, first of all, consideration of approval of the minutes for the regular meeting of June 26, 2024.
I make a motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Same sign, motion carries. Staff report, reports from status from the last meeting.
If you see the PowerPoint on the screen or your folders, we will have some reports, some status on some cases. Let me show you pictures. For example, on 2505 North Smith, on the last meeting, the board approved a demolition order. There was no need for us to proceed with a demolition order because the owner decided to do the demolition work herself. But thanks to the demolition order that the board approved, the owner decided to comply. And I guess it was cheaper to do the work herself than us hiring a contractor. The other case that we have for staff report is 2212 Cortez. This is a burned house that was right in front of a park. As you can see, it's a nuisance. Roberto issued several warnings, letters, and that was enough for the owner to comply. This one we did not bring it to the board, but we do want to show you some samples that some cases are resolved without actually bringing it to the board.
So it was demolished.
I'm sorry?
It was demolished?
It was demolished, yeah.
Okay, good.
It's an empty.
So that's a clean lot.
Yes. This is the before, this is the after.
Great, good job.
This was brought to the board, I believe, do you remember? Leo?
April.
April, and the board approved not a demolition order, but a boarding order. And he did comply, he boarded the windows, the garage door even, the garage door. So just showing you the results, that they are complying, and we are following up.
I guess the big thing was people were getting in, so there haven't been any police reports lately on this property, has there?
I can check right now.
Yeah, there was some,
Because I think when we said they
Yeah.
could board it up, but if there were still problems, then we needed to bring it back.
Yeah, definitely. Right now it's boarded up. They're in compliance, but of course, if somebody destroys removes the boards, we can bring it back to you guys, and that way you can give us another option. This case right here, we did presented this case to the board back in I believe April. Was it April?
June.
June. Unfortunately, we did find some mistakes on the process. They were not giving the proper 30 days as per the law, as per the ordinance. So for that reason, even though the board had approved a demolition order, for that reason, we decided not to move forward with the demolition order because they were not given the proper 30 days to submit a plan of action. But we will present this case to the board the next meeting. I believe it will be in November meeting.
November 2024.
Another staff report is Sherman. It's the same situation with this one. Rigoberto discovered that we brought this case to the June meeting.
No, it was the, before the April meeting.
Okay, the April meeting. But again, there were some mistakes, they were not giving the proper 30 days, so we're gonna present this to the commission again in November.
How long did it take us to realize that we didn't give the proper notice? 'Cause that thing is really bad.
Yeah. When did you discover this?
When we were submitting the paperwork for the demolition order.
Because we already got the demolition order for this case, and for the previous case, but, we discovered that they were not giving the 30 days to comply.
But do we know that in June or?
No,
July,
we
August,
discovered it,
September?
recently.
Okay.
That was one of the items you brought up last month, correct?
Recently, and
Yeah,
we
when
wanna
you-
make mistakes and then later on get in trouble.
Or where's the sign? Where's the sign?
Now, this is our staff report.
We still have one more. We need to sign the demolition order for 2420 Masaya.
Okay.
And the 2820 San Eduardo Avenue has already been,
Been demolished.
no, not yet.
process?
It's in the process.
But that's the
and-
owners doing that, correct?
No, there's a contractor that won the bid for Midas Construction LLC, and it's gonna be for 13,000.
I was looking for it. The sign sheets right there.
Si gusta tomar asiento. ¿Espera aquí afuera?
Yeah. Those are the ones that make it for a bid, and the one that we go with the lowest, and it's the first one.
Okay, I guess, is that going to the staff report?
That's all for the staff report. We can continue with the next
Okay.
item.
All right, public hearing and possible discussion regarding the demolition of structures identified as substandard dangerous building. Staff declares all properties as a nuisance in accordance with the current adopted ordinance 2013-0-025, Article 1, Section 24-1.4 of Chapter 16, Section 16.55, 21, 16.5522, 23A, 23B, 232HI, 232R, and 232U. First item is consideration of possible action on the property of Petra Gonzalez, deceased, whose legal description is Lot 12, Block 735, Eastern Division. It is commonly known as 1302 Gustavo Street. Staff recommends demolition of the structure. Do we have anybody speaking on behalf of the property owner? 1302 Gustavo? No? Okay.
No.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to open public hearing on this?
Make a motion to open the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So, if you can see on the screen, this is the property that we're trying to, acquire a demolition order. As you can see, the roof has collapsed. There's no electrical meters.
Have we seen this property before?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we have. But we weren't able to vote on that case. I think it was back in June. But we did show you pictures of this case that we're gonna bring it to today's meeting.
Okay.
And right now, we did the whole process, we sent the warnings, we sent letters. There's no response from the owners. And
Is it attached to the house?
No, it's not.
It's
It's very close, but no, it's not attached.
Because I saw that, it looked like there was 3 meters there.
Well, yeah, it's the same, the property is the same owner.
Is
But
it one
the-
lot?
Yeah, it's a one lot.
So does the demolition order include everything on the lot or just
No,
that
just
specific?
that, yeah, no, just that particular.
this part right here. We're not asking to demolish, we're not asking a demolition order for the whole structure, only this part right here.
Do we have any schools nearby? Yeah, we do, right?
Only this part right here.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Gallegos.
Oh, no, it's closer. It's closer.
There's right like across the street, I think there's 2 streets down, there's a daycare.
Has there been any police activity at this location?
Not at this one. From the new list, there's only one residence that has activity. Once we reach that one, I can explain further.
Okay.
So based on these pictures and the inspection, we are asking the board to give us a demolition order so we can proceed to hire contractors and demolish this structure.
I make a motion as per staff to demolish. Been like that for many years.
Okay, motion to close public hearing?
So move.
Make a motion to close, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now, you can-
You go ahead and do your-
Well, I make the motion.
I'll second on Rolly's motion.
Yeah. Yeah, second.
Do you get a
Just-
second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
I don't know if you wanna, just to make clear, that the 5 sitting members are the ones that vote, okay?
Okay. So, right now, we do have quorum, so, only the 5 seating members can vote. Alternatives, they can be present, of course, but unfortunately, alternatives cannot vote.
Can we make comments?
Oh, yeah, you can make comments, just basically
So we
not.
only have 4, in other words.
It's
Yeah.
three.
We have 4,
It's in 5 guys.
but we only need 4 to meet quorum.
Okay, we have 5 minutes.
So, we have 5, so,
But if we haven't, so we have 4 sitting members here?
Five.
Five.
Okay, so those are the 5 that vote.
Yeah.
okay.
I make the motion, they'll have to second.
Second, and then we're gonna vote to approve it. We made a motion to approve.
It's already been approved, right?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, same sign, motion carries.
Next case. Zoom.
Consideration of possible action on the property of Manuela J. Rodriguez, care of Maria G. Martinez and Maria Berra, whose legal description is Lot 20, Block 3, Santa Fe 1, commonly known as 525 Zuni Street. Staff recommends demolition of the structure. Do we have anybody to speak on behalf of this property?
I'm here for that property. The
Okay.
only thing is my sister has more information and she's on her way. So she is the one that has been taking care of that.
Okay, I guess we can-
But she's on her way.
Okay, should we switch,
No, this is a meeting.
and you all are representing 2103 San Leonardo, correct?
We're not representing that property, we're representing the one next to it, because that property is not our property.
So we don't have that on the agenda.
No, it's the San Leonardo case.
Okay.
You want us to move to that case instead of this one?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and, you know, and give this gentleman some time for his sister to get here.
And then it will be item number D.
Yes, consideration of possible action on the property of Jennifer Ann Villarreal, whose legal description is Lot 4, Block 696, Western Division, undivided interest property, commonly known as 2103 San Leonardo Street. Staff recommends demolition of the entire structure in the rear of the property. A motion to open public hearing?
Make a motion.
Okay.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, just want to let you ladies know that comments are limited at 3 minutes per speaker. No more than 3 persons will be allowed to speak on any side of the issue. Should there be more than 3 people who wish to speak on a particular issue, they need to select not more than 3 representatives to speak for them, and the presiding officer may limit comments further in the interest of an orderly meeting. Speakers may not pass their minutes to another speaker. Comments should be relevant to city business and delivered in a professional manner. No derogatory remarks will be permitted. So we have a who would like to speak on behalf of this property?
I'm here because I'm the property next to it, so I don't know.
They're not the owners, they're
You're here
the
to
ones
speak
making the
against the
complaint.
property.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
In other words, they want to have it blood.
So we don't, okay, so we don't have
The owner didn't show up.
Okay.
I think we can hear her concern.
Yes, absolutely. We have 3 minutes, ma'am.
And you can tell us your concern?
Well, I'm just here to address the safety concern regarding the vacant that, I mean, it's falling and it's just leaning on our tree. And we do have tenants and it's, I mean, it's just really for the safety of our property. And we filed this since July and they just told us the process takes 30 days for the person to do something about it. They didn't. And then it took 30 days, I guess, for this.
For the record, can you mention your name?
Oh, I'm Jocelyn Nara, representing Robert Nara.
Okay. And basically, they are not the owners, but
They're the neighbors.
they're the neighbors.
Concerned citizens.
And they're concerned that the building is gonna fall on your side. And on the pictures here on the screen, you can see it's a second floor building. But as you can see, the building is already being held by leaning
A fence, a tree.
by these trees and the fence. We spoke with the owner, well, is she the owner or no? We spoke with a lady to claim to be,
Yeah,
The owner.
The rest of the family already
but
doing.
they claim that they don't have money to do the repairs or the demolition of this project. And that's why we're here so you can approve, so you can give us the demolition order so we can proceed to build a.
Well, we only asking for the rear part, not the front of the house or the second story on the other side. We're just wanting that particular.
Just to add real quick, this is the only address that we have call history from this year. We've had 9 calls since last February, and they range from domestic disturbance to shots fired to an assault and an overdose as well. All of that.
On this,
21037.
and this is, and it's, on this structure, do you have that information?
That I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's multiple structures.
Yeah.
Just there is, because
Yeah,
the calls originate just from that.
A question to staff. So we're looking at the dilapidated building, but you said there's another building that's structurally sound, or what?
Yes, the one in the front.
Can we see pictures of that?
I think we didn't take pictures of the house.
Yeah, go to Google Maps.
And does it have people
They
living
have it
there?
there, right?
Yeah, there's somebody living in.
So this is separate,
Yeah,
it's a separate building.
separate.
They don't have the money to
Yeah, okay.
tear it down, so it's it's in our hands.
And is this near a school, by any chance, do we know?
It's right next to the Colonia Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's adjacent to the Zacate Creek. So the rear of the property is to the Zacate Creek.
No,
There's
staff
a
recommendation is-
playground back there.
Just to demolish the
Yeah, there's a
the rear structure with the carport all the way to the back.
Okay.
I'm looking at Google Earth and the rest of that building looks pretty raunchy as far as the roof.
Oh, yes, but we didn't inspect the rest of the building because it's
It's
occupied.
occupied by.
And it's not too far away from Gallego Elementary.
Yes.
Is it attached to the other building?
It's not attached, but it's very close.
It's probably like a feet apart from the other
That's
building.
amazing. But it's, yeah, that's why it is. You can't be, you can't be bothered.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can go ahead and,
So you wanna close
make
public?
recommendations.
Yeah, a motion to close, public hearing,
Also move.
So,
second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye. I'd like to make a motion that we go with staff recommendation on demolishing that part of the property, the building on that property that needs demolishing.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Same sign, motion carries.
I believe the ladies here already.
Yes. On,
Go back to B.
to be to Zuni, correct?
No, she's not. She's not here. She's in traffic.
Okay,
The train is on the way. So, I mean, I have a little bit of information, but I don't have all of it. I
Okay.
mean, this is what she's told me. So I mean, I can brief you on what she has told me,
Okay.
but I don't have any paperwork, I don't have anything.
Okay.
'Cause
So
she-
we'll go ahead and wait for her. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll go back to item B, which is,
That's the one that we're
C.
waiting
Oh,
on.
yeah, I'm sorry, C, I apologize. Okay, consideration of possible action on the property of Moises Barba, whose legal description is eastern half of Lot 6, Block 811, Western Division, commonly known as 3020 San Francisco Avenue. Staff recommends demolition of the structure. Do we have anybody to speak on behalf of this property?
He called that he's out of town, but we can call him. The only thing is that I spoke to him and he already complied by boarding the structure. I don't know if you want me to call him. I mean, you can check the pictures out. He already did the boarding. The only thing is that he had some neighbors that removed some of the boarding on the other side. They threw some trash, but he's actually already cleaned the trash and he's about to board the next the other part of the structure.
And does he clean the grounds?
Yeah, he cleaned everything. He cut the grass and I attended the nuisance as well. And he
This
cleaned
this
everything.
picture is of yesterday, right?
Mhm.
Does
Yeah.
that suffice with your recommendation, or that's,
And this
is
is
the
how-
recommendation still to
This
demolish?
is how it looked
This is how they looked
before.
before.
Mhm.
The grass and there's open windows, open doors.
We'd seen
everybody-
this one last month, right? When we were here, it looks familiar.
Yeah, but we didn't have a meeting.
Yeah.
What
That's
what
right.
is his ultimate objective? Is he gonna knock
He's-
it down himself or try to
No,
make it livable?
he's gonna remove the roof and he's gonna remodel the windows and everything so he can make it into a rental unit.
Is he got a permit?
Not yet. He's looking at he needs an architect or an engineer.
There's one? There's one right here.
Well, his idea is to repair it, bring the building up to code. But of course, the board members, you can vote if we give them the opportunity to repair.
What's the time frame on that? Like when something like this happens and they comply
We can-
with like a boarding, like order, can it stay boarded for 20 years? Or,
As long as there's nobody going in or.
But don't we give a recommendation of
Well-
6 days or?
The time for maybe like 3 months.
Yeah, the board can decide something else. If the board doesn't want the structure to be boarded, if you want a demolition, that's fine.
so on this boarded order, was there a time frame?
I gave him, he received the letter for 30 days. And as soon as he received the letter, he called. What was the problem? I told him there's a lot of nuisance, a lot of people that just see it that's open. And I believe we talked on the Thursday, I think, and then by Monday it went by and he already cleaned removed all the mattresses, cleaned the whole the nuisance, and he boarded the.
But that was just a board, right? Beyond that, he doesn't have to do anything if he doesn't want to, as long as he keeps it clean and boarded.
Yeah. And he actually came back and cleaned it once more because the grass was already growing.
For building department, as long as the property is boarded, he's in compliance. The only thing is that, if somebody removes a board and people start coming in, then he'll be in violation.
Is it livable?
Is it livable?
No.
No, it doesn't look like it.
Do we have any illegal activity there?
Not on that residence.
This is right off the highway, it looks like, about a couple blocks off the highway.
It should be like
Yeah.
one block to the.
The east side or
It's right near
something.
Zacate Creek as well.
So you don't recommend to demolish per se because he's already been compliant?
After yesterday inspections, no. Because he
Okay,
cut the grass and he boarded the whole structure.
okay.
Here's maybe just keep an eye on this for.
So you gotta give him a time limit for a building permit and see what he's gonna do.
So staff withdraws their recommendation of demolition.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was trying
As
to,
of yesterday's
that's
okay.
inspection, yes. But of course, that's our recommendation. If you believe that, if you wanna proceed with a demolition order, that's your choice.
And pardon me for just getting here late and just being new to this, but
Learn, but-
what constitutes a demolition order? If it weren't boarded, the structure's still the same, engineering wise, architectural wise, in my eyes, right?
Right,
It's just being boarded.
right.
If they wouldn't have boarded, we would have gone demolition more than likely. So what's the difference in being boarded and no demolition versus it's just giving them an opportunity to maybe sometime remodel it, or what's the purpose of
Well,
that?
actually, the thing is that the roof is stable, it's not flying. The only problem we had that it was open.
And then nuisance.
Nuisance, I mean, like drug activity or
No.
you know, schools nearby.
The only thing that was illegal dumping, but that was from his neighbors right next door. But I think that's gonna stop because the neighbors are gone, they're renters. So he did the boarding and he complied the first day that he received the letter. He complied and then he went back again and cut the grass this time around because we had a lot of rain. So he cut the grass again. He sent somebody to cut the grass.
Okay, but so, right now the question was asked, it's not livable. But
Not livable, but he already knows that he needs to submit plans sealed and approved by an architect or an engineer
Building codes.
to, yeah,
That's what he needs to do.
to live in it.
yeah, to live in. In order to get permits, for a remodel. He's aware of that, but, right now he doesn't have the money to do it.
Understood. That's
Just-
probably.
And
the
I didn't
main
see a
reason.
problem with the roof or the structure falling down like the other one. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It was just that it was open and the nuisance was, the grass was very high.
Maybe 3 months.
I think it's something that, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, that they're meeting what the ordinance says, but you guys just need to monitor it at that point and bring it back to us should there be issues in the future.
Okay.
So,
I agree with that, the fact that he's complying
yeah, I mean, half the
Yeah,
time,
with-
I mean,
yeah,
that's,
to what the minimum standard is.
that's uncommon that they comply.
Or if he wants to bring it up to building codes, we're all gonna give him some time frame.
Oh, yeah.
Either 60 days.
Should we do that now, though?
90 days?
Yeah, well,
But do we have the authority to do
It's
that?
up to recommendation of the staff.
Yeah, you can recommend the
I'd make a
demolition.
motion that we grant this guy 90 days to come up with a plan and get permits that he's going to refurbish his property.
Yeah, I guess that would be, we would be addressing this again at our, not the next meeting, but the one after that.
Yes.
Be in January? Okay.
I made a motion, so, second.
I'll second.
Oh, did we close the public hearing?
Oh, yeah. Motion to close public hearing?
Public hearing.
I so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay, do I have a second on this? Did have a second on this motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So the motion was for 90 days to give it for a plan of action to bring it up to code,
Yeah, if he wants, that's what he stated, that he wanted to bring it up to code.
Mhm.
just to be clear.
Yeah, if he doesn't submit anything within 90 days, we'll bring it back to the board
Okay,
for a possible demolition.
all right.
I believe that property on Zuni is
Yeah, B is here.
property.
Okay.
Pásale,
Pásale, ma'am.
come on in.
Okay, back to item B, consideration of possible action on the property of Manuela J. Rodriguez, care of Maria G. Martinez and Maria I. Berra, whose legal description is Lot 20, Block 3, Santa Fe 1, commonly known as 525 Zuni Street. Staff recommends demolition of the entire structure. Motion to open public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Ma'am, can you state your name, please?
Ana Martínez.
Okay, pero ¿es inglés o español?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Spanish.
Spanish, prefer Spanish?
Spanglish.
We're in the radar.
Okay. All right, we're limited, just keep in mind, ma'am, comments are limited to 3 minutes for each speaker.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I guess I'll start because, I mean, she's been briefing me on this property. It's her property. It was under my mom's name, and then my mom transferred over to her. The thing is, back in '08, was it '08? 18.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Cesar Martinez.
Thank you.
So this property was placed on for sale because of taxes not paid, which is Manuela Rodriguez, who purchased this lot. And this,
Are you Maria Martinez?
No, she's my sister, Ana Martinez.
What relation to the owners?
She's my mom.
Maria Martinez is my mom,
It's our mom.
and Maria Inez Vera is my sister.
So who's Manuel?
And the owner is?
Manuela, we don't know her. She's the one that purchased it at the time that it was
I
placed
see.
in auction. Okay, so it was placed in auction. We have 90 days to get it back, which we did. At the time that we got that property back, the paperwork was not done properly. Okay, I guess the transfer deed and all that stuff, they misplaced the lot number or the street number. Something was wrong with it, that when Austin got that paperwork, they said, we can't transfer it because there's information missing. So we went back to the person that did the paperwork and said, okay, let me correct it so we can send it back, okay? So then we send it back and it has to be corrected, but also we have to notify Manuela Rodriguez about the change, right?
And the signature.
And the signature.
We needed the signature
From her. So that was mailed out to her. It was returned because she never signed it, okay? That's what we were waiting. We were waiting for a certified to be returned to us, and it did, okay? So we never got the signature. Now we send it to Austin for Austin to change the name information, right?
They told us that if they send me the envelope, it got returned because it wasn't sent to her because of the address, so she doesn't live there or something. And if it got returned, had to send it for them close as I received it, not to open it, so they can know that I didn't find her and she couldn't sign it. So they can do the transfer from her name to my name.
Originally to my mom and then to my mom to her name, okay? So that paperwork, because all this, we can't get a permit. We cannot get a permit with anything like this. We tried and we said no, because the property is not under your name. It's under this person's name. We can't do it.
So the property and the mobile home are in the same.
No,
The land is
the lot, it's already under
your
my
name,
name.
but the
Yeah.
mobile home
home.
is,
Yeah.
it hasn't changed
I have-
to your name.
I have here the correction of the deed where they corrected and my mom signed it under my name, that it's gonna be under my name.
So
Once you get the paperwork from Austin.
Austin, yes.
For the
After
mobile
you get the
home.
paperwork, what do y'all plan to do with the mobile home?
We're trying to demolish because if the city demolish it, it's gonna be a high price. We eventually, I mean, right now, we're struggling financially, well, she is because it's her property. She's struggling financially. She got receipts where she paid her property taxes up to date. It's either pay the property taxes or demolish. So what do? If we don't pay the property taxes,
They're
the
gonna sell
city
it
or the
again.
state or the district or the county is gonna place it for auction again. And we're gonna go through the same paperwork and same process again. And that's either we do this or we do that. So that's what we,
So what's
I
that?
guess
for
now
you
it's
to
our
do?
turn. We presented this case to the board members back in April. They gave us the same story. The board members approved it, for them to board the mobile home while they tried to get the paperwork under their name. As you can see, they failed to do that. They did not board the mobile home. They're still in violation. It's been since April, May, June, July, August, September, a few months already. We cannot wait for them to get this paperwork, to make this paperwork right. So we have a job to do, and our job is to enforce this type of nuisance. And if we decide to give them more time, it's gonna be almost a year, because we're talking about, the next meeting's gonna be in November. It's every other month the meetings. So if you approve a demolition order, we'll hire a contractor, we'll put a bid for the contractor, and we'll hire the lowest bidder. And we'll put a lien on the property, but you can make some type of payment plan with the tax office.
Mhm.
I understand that you want to do demolition work yourself, but you have not been able to do that.
Right.
And we cannot wait.
Right.
That's why I'm asking board members to please
But
approve the
we're-
demolition order, so we can proceed to hire
It's because it-
contractors.
But we're moving on the process, it's not because we don't wanna do it, it's just the
Everything
process.
has a process.
So it's either
You
we
have
do
a
the process, and then
Austin
you're
has
telling
a
me, you
process.
within 30 days you have to do it. Hey, wait a minute, Austin has a process. At the beginning, there was a delay because of the paperwork was not changed. That was something that,
I have a question, if I may. And I don't know if there's I'm a legal representative here, but, when did you get the property back from Manuela
In
Rodriguez?
2018. But the thing is that I
So, okay,
thought,
hold on, it'll lead to my question, 2018, was the notice sent to Manuela?
Yes.
Okay, so earlier was discussed that because of improper paperwork sent to the wrong place or whatever, that constituted illegality. If all the paperwork has been being sent to Manuela and they have some type of deed that goes to them, shouldn't they have gotten the notice?
No, they don't appear as a owner. Only the people that appear here are the ones that.
But where are you getting that from?
Webcam?
well,
Because WebCat can be, especially within months, WebCat can be way behind.
Well,
Here
actually,
you have separation of dirt and the trailer home.
Yes.
And the trailer home is what we're
Well-
going after.
Yeah.
I have a question. Well, if it's under Manuela, my mom and my sister, can my sister get the permit? Because it's under Manuela, care of Maria Martinez and Maria Inez Berra. If my sister can get the permit, she can come and get the permit. But I didn't know on that time if she could get the permit. Because it's under, my
she
mom doesn't
appears
live.
she appears as an owner, she can get the permit.
But I thought
It's
the-
because she's not the owner, she's care of. It says there, if you
But she can
read
get
it,
it, she
it
can get it
says,
also.
Can she go on? Building official?
I don't know, I would need to ask, but my concern would be if we're going after Manuela, Manuela would get the lien and not.
No.
it's because the lot, it's under my name.
I
Now
understand,
it's under my
But we're not
name.
going after the lot, we're
No,
going
no,
after
after
the
the
mobile
mobile
home.
home, yeah.
But they're telling me that since the mobile home is under my lot, I'm responsible.
The lien will go to the lot owner, not the
Which is
mobile home
Manuela.
owner.
No,
which is us.
I mean, I'm not, I mean, a lot of them, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's, how can we put a lien on a mobile home that doesn't exist once we demolish it?
So, just a question, so, because I know this has come back, this is like the third time that they come.
Yeah,
Right.
they've been
So-
here a few times, and the board approved to board the mobile home, which they failed to do. And I only see excuses about money or paperwork. I don't see any type of plan of action.
But I guess the one issue that I have is that it's, the whole reason they can't get the permit is because the mobile home is not in their name,
Correct.
correct?
Correct, so we are, there is action.
If-
There is
if
action. We
the
have
mobile-
paperwork saying we have
If the mobile home was in their
action.
name,
They would've got
they
it.
would've
And
gone
do they
to
need
them.
they need a permit to board?
Look, here
No,
is,
they need a permit to do
So
it.
they
here's the
nothing would have
application
prevented them
that
from
was
boarding.
filled out for Austin to change it under my name. So I'm doing something, but Austin is not sending it.
Okay, let me just say a comment. You're the property owner, you're
Yeah.
responsible for that mobile home.
Right, that's what they're saying.
Manuela, whoever owns the mobile home,
Yeah, but they don't
They don't wanna give us a
wanna give
permit.
us the
Well,
permit because it's not under my
Because the
name.
mobile home is not under her
okay,
name,
you can't give a permit,
that's what they're saying.
a
But-
demolition permit, that's
But
what
they,
they're talking about, right?
if the city gets the permit to
No.
demolish it,
Do
they're
do
gonna
they need a
demolish
permit
it.
to
They can
get,
do
to get the
that.
demolition?
They need to
What
show,
state?
So how can
What
the
state
city
is
get a
that?
permit
It's
under a
THC.
property lot and put it a lien on the property lot and not the mobile?
Because they're gonna do work in that property, that's the reason. they're
Right,
gonna put
right,
the-
but then
the-
we're
the-
asking for the permit
So
to,
you're
for
gonna
us to
already
get
have more than
a,
3 months, right?
for
6
us to
months?
get a contractor at a lower price to get that demolished. I mean, we do wanna get it demolished.
Okay, so as a
But we
property
don't
owner,
wanna
you're
pay-
responsible what's in the property.
Right,
I know.
definitely.
So
I
you
know.
had so much time already to have it demolished, right?
Because, like I said, back in 18, the paperwork was done. We never got informed that the property was not, the paperwork was
In
incorrect.
other words, this is stopping you from demolishing that home?
Yes.
Yes, because we're not getting
Because
a
you don't
permit.
get the permit.
Do you have a sales contract from 2018?
It's not the sales contract, we have everything that was done by the, when they sell it, and then when I got it
You
back.
still own the property, but you're paying for it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm paying the taxes on the mobile home also.
Okay, that's fine, but
I think the other thing that happened too, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, just for information, but I believe when it got sold, when it went under auction,
it was just a property.
well, no, it didn't.
No, it
they
was
sold-
everything.
They sold
Everything.
everything. But, so it's almost like they weren't given a chance to buy it back, they went ahead and sold it. I believe that's, and so they actually transferred the name of the mobile home to this person. And then that paperwork got lost, just from what I understand.
The thing is that when Manuela bought the mobile home was not like that. The thing is that she wanted to repair it because she was gonna rent it. But she did it before the 90 days that we have to, so I can recover the property and the mobile home. When they told her that she had to give it back to me because I recover it, she went and took all the walls that she had repaired.
I have a question. So your mom is the one that owns it right now?
Right now, it's.
It's under, it says on the mobile.
But it's your mom?
Yes, my
Okay,
mom
so
and my sister.
instead of trying to go in and fixing it with the state, which obviously is taking years,
Yeah.
why doesn't your mom just deed it over to you right now?
She did.
But
and
do you
it's-
have that recorded, so that recorded deed should be registered with?
It's that one that I have, no,
It's not a deed, it's
that
a
one.
title.
It's a
Mobile
title
home.
Yeah, it's
on the
exactly,
mobile home.
mobile.
That's Austin, not Webb County.
It's Austin. It's Austin that it's,
In other words, it's kind of like throw the mistake away and start it again with the correct paperwork.
the thing is that Austin is asking that they cannot transfer it with this paperwork that I have, they cannot transfer it under my name. Because it says that they need the signature for Manuela. So they told me, we have this address. They gave me the address that I had to send it to. And then I sent the paperwork, I sent the originals that they gave me at the Webb County with a copy of that, with that one. So she can sign it.
He's responsible.
So that took time because sending it. Then coming back, I called the UPS, the post office, and they told me that it's more important when you're gonna send it, when we get it back, when it's returned. They said that could take 2-3 weeks because it's not important, because it's going back. So it took almost 3 weeks to have it back to my address. When I received it, I sent it to Austin, and right now I haven't had any answer from Austin.
I mean, the thing is here, we're trying to do something, but
Mr. Martinez, last meeting, you advised us that you were gonna place
put
a
a
fence.
fence.
A fence.
But either we do that, or we pay the taxes.
And
What did we
the-
do?
You can see that I paid it now in September.
It was $2,800, $511. There's another receipt here,
I paid like between $3,000 to
$370.
$4,000
So it's either we pay property taxes,
That's part
or
of
we
that.
do that. What do we do? We're still giving money for the city.
Staff recommendation is to demolish, right?
We're asking you, board members, to give us a demolition order.
Get your motion.
And we're
Motion to
asking
close
for-
the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close public hearing.
Okay, so I hear a
I
second.
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 All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So
I have
that's
a
it.
question to staff. Staff, the city is gonna go, and, we're saying demolish a mobile home. Do you have to get permission from Austin?
No, not the city.
Why don't
Okay.
they have to get
Not the city.
from
And,
Austin?
now you
O
guys,
sea, porque ellos no pueden agarrar el permiso de Austin y nosotros sí lo tenemos que agarrar, porque no está a mi
because that's
nombre.
a city ordinance.
The city will get a demolition permit, but we don't need permission from Austin.
Yes, exactly.
We can get a demolition
So
permit.
how long will it take to have it demolished? If we gotta go ahead and we already recommend
60 days, maybe?
60 days. So when I say 60 days, you have 60 days.
If they're gonna give me the permit,
Well, that's up to them.
Let me
Is there-
check with legal and see if
is there
we
any-
can, and I can.
I guess it, like what she
If
said
the
earlier,
committee wants to
if my
make-
sister can get it, because
Yeah,
he just said
exactly.
it,
That's the way it
it's a
is.
care of my
Yeah.
sister and my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
So why can't
If
we
she,
get
my
it to
sister
them?
can
Oh,
come and get the
Red
permit,
tape.
Well, why don't you get copies of everything that they have, and I'll submit it to legal and see if we can provide the property owner a permit, because, just to find out, right? And so if we can issue them in this unique circumstances, a permit to demolish,
Right.
and try to comply with the nuisance in this ordinance, if legal says it's okay, I don't have a problem.
I mean, the end game,
Authorizing.
the end game is the
It's
same.
right.
And that's
And
just providing.
we're
an
not
avenue.
trying to hurt a property owner,
They're responsible.
but you're right, technically, the property owner is the one that can get the permit. I don't think the ordinance is like on every specific situation, but let's get a copy of everything she has to prove that, you know, they are the property owners and they have title to that. Do you have title to that mobile
Not
home?
yet.
they don't.
Not yet.
We just done it.
So,
And that's what they
but
told us,
you-
it takes,
but at one
it takes
point-
15 working days.
Okay, but at one
15.
point,
We should be good then.
And she sent it when she got the paperwork back, she
But
sent it on
so-
September
so
9th.
In theory, everything should be okay, because whether the demolition permit gets approved here or not today.
You have 60
with-
days.
Yeah, no, well, it's not gonna get demolished for 60 days.
60 days.
So,
Exactly.
if you get,
Another question.
hold on, if you get the title switched over in 15 days, you can just come apply, and that
Get your
goes
and the
away,
demolition order dissipates.
disappears.
Okay.
So you
basically-
actually have an extra 45 days to get it.
okay, but if they say that my sister's under, care of,
They'll look,
can
they'll
she,
look at, they'll look
can
at.
she get the
legal.
permit?
still gonna
So
be
we
looking
don't
at
have
that.
to wait for the paperwork? Because Austin is gonna check for the paperwork. If everything is correct, like they want it, they will give me the title. If not, I have to go back and search for Manuela so she can sign it. Because they want a
Okay, hold
signature.
on, hold on. So you just said that it got submitted to the state and it was gonna take
Yes.
15 days to correct?
Yeah, because I sent it by mail.
Okay, but so,
The
is
lady-
it, but hold on, is it
Certified
correct?
mail with
Yeah.
your
Well,
name.
for me, it is correct.
Based on our information that they told us, it's correct.
Yeah, because
I mean,
Ms.
you know how,
Morales.
you get it, the
Well, no, I
state is
don't.
like,
I-
oh,
I-
wait a
I don't.
minute.
The
That's
state
fine.
has already confirmed that it's
Yeah,
correct?
because Ms.
They
Morales,
haven't
they
confirmed.
have, they haven't confirmed, because Ms. Morales was the one that helped me, the lawyer, Morales, she was the one that filled out everything for me. So I don't think it's gonna be wrong, but the lady from Austin told me if
How
everything
about this,
is,
board members,
Exactly.
please approve a demolition order,
Yes,
but valid after
exactly.
60 days
Thank you. That's what I'm gonna,
or 80
I'm
90
gonna
days,
make a
whatever
motion
you,
for that.
whatever
We
you
can just
decide.
clear off this, yeah, se acabó.
Anybody,
I'll make a motion,
I-
as recommended by staff,
Mhm.
to have it demolished.
Would it be a demolition order after how many days?
After how many, 16, 90 days?
60 days at most, they're big here already, so.
But you will also check if we can do it with under my sister's name?
if
I
she
mean,
I'm
can
gonna
come.
check.
I mean, I think we can come tomorrow,
Yeah,
tomorrow,
I'll check
she'll
with-
come, she lives here.
Well,
To 60 days?
I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna have the
No,
answer,
no, I'm
but
just saying, like, if
as
that.
soon as we do, I'll get with staff to get a hold of you and let you know if we can, or if we cannot.
Well, they can't board it up, it has to come down, it's already being, staff has already recommended for demolition, so you cannot
Did I hear
board
a
it up.
second on Rolando's motion?
The motion is, follow staff recommendation,
Staff
60 days.
recommendation,
I'll
yes.
second.
2 months.
All in
2
favor?
months.
Yeah,
2 months, 2 months.
I think that's
City's
enough
gonna
time
go
for
in.
us to get the paperwork from
We already made the
Austin.
And
motion.
if I have to go to Austin and check, I'll go this week or next week.
Okay.
But if you can check for us, if
We
my
will.
sister can get the permit, it will be a lot faster.
Yes. The motion's been made.
Okay.
Okay. All right, thank you, thank you for coming. Okay. Item E, consideration of possible action on the property of Francisco Che Estrada with legal descriptions Lot 5, Lot 160, Western Division, commonly known as 1703 Grant Street. Staff recommends demolition of this entire structure. Do we have anybody speaking on behalf of this property?
No, he didn't show up.
No, we don't have anybody present.
So we get a motion to open,
No.
open.
We already did the motion, motion of a public meeting.
Okay, second,
I second.
all in favor?
Aye. No one's here? Nothing.
Okay, this case, We presented this case to the board
It has been.
back in, I believe, April or June, April. And the owner was present. He claimed that he was gonna do the repairs to bring the building up to code. And the board gave him pretty much an extension to submit a plan of action, to submit permits. He, not the owner, but his tenant tried to get permits, but he tried to get permits to do what he called parchecitos. Like he wanted to do just patches. We were asking him for a set of plans. We were not gonna give a permit for parchecitos or small repairs.
Up to standard building codes.
This type of structure cannot be repaired with a.
No, look, that roof is, you know.
Solando.
I provided a report for that property. We actually did an inspection inside
Yes, all right.
and, where is it? Oh, here it is. As you can see, it's not up to code. I know that back then the
Jeez.
board did give him an extension to apply for permits. They failed to do that.
That home's older than we are.
Has there been any police activity there at that location?
Not on that location.
I'd make a motion that we follow staff recommendation and say get it demolished.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on, last but not least, consideration of possible action on the property of Carlos Rodriguez and Norma Rodriguez, owners of the structure, Elida C. Perez, owners of the property, whose legal description is Lot 1B dash 6, 1 River Place, 1 acre, commonly known as 160 Ranch Road, 6063B. Staff recommends demolition of the entire structure. Ooh.
It works in Italy.
The tower.
The entire.
The owner came by and, they're requesting to get a demo permit, but they don't have money to pay the demo permit nor the construction to demolish.
Let me ask you something, just for general. What's the difference in cost between the city doing it and them doing it in private? 50%, twice as much more? What?
I wouldn't know, cause,
Roughly something like this, what does it cost?
usually that will, because that's, like a little concrete, will be a lot,
Got haul it.
Yeah, the hall is.
expensive, and it's a ranch, it's way inside, so they have to, have a hard time getting in the back hole over there in the back and everything. So probably it's gonna cost a little bit more, about, I'm saying like around 17 or 18,000,
And that gets billed to the owner?
yeah.
To
Yeah.
And usually we choose the lowest bidder.
But it's gonna be more because the guys that contract to the city have to have the bonding and all the other.
Oh, yeah, they have to be insured. Yes.
And then it's it's a little bit, off the highway.
Where exactly is this located?
South Laredo.
It's on Zapata Highway.
Near Mangana Hain,
No,
right?
I know where that.
Oh, you know where that ranch
Oh, Magana High?
I think it's between Mangana Hain and Rio Bravo, somewhere there.
Is it in the city limits?
Yes,
Yes.
we
It
did
is
confirm that.
The
It is-
riverside of 83.
To start off.
Yes, it is.
They were gonna try and make a high-end development over there back in the day. Never took off.
This is near the sea.
Or at the end, one or two.
Yeah. I'd make a recommendation, we follow staff recommendation to demolish.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, next meeting will be held on November 13th, 2024, at 6 p.m. at the Building Services Department located here at 1413 Houston Street. Motion to adjourn?
I shall move.
I second it.
All in favor? Aye. Hereby adjourned.